Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you're all doing well. I'm back with a brand new quiz. This time it's all about the 12 disciples of Jesus. Let's dive right in. First question, how many disciples did Jesus choose to follow him? Was it 10? Or 11? Or maybe 12? Or 13? Exactly right. The answer is 12 disciples. Jesus chose 12 men to be his disciples, who followed him throughout his ministry. You can read more about them in Matthew 10 verses 1 to 4, Mark 3 verses 13 to 19, and Luke 6 verses 12 to 16. Who was the first disciple called by Jesus? Was it Peter? Or Andrew? Or John? Or James? The answer is Andrew. According to John 1 verses 40 until 42, Andrew was the first disciple to follow Jesus. Before following Jesus, he was a disciple of John the Baptist. He's also the one who told his brother Simon Peter about Jesus. Which disciple is known as the rock upon which Jesus said he would build his church? Was it John? Or James? Or Peter? Or Matthew? The answer is Peter. In Matthew 16 verses 18 until 19, Jesus says to Peter, "And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven."
Hey there, next question. Do you know what Quiz Alkitab means in English? You got it. Quiz Alkitab means Bible quiz in English. We are a non-profit foundation in Indonesia. We are on a mission to provide modern Bible learning tools to all Bible readers and churches in Indonesia. You can support our mission by subscribing to this channel and also sending your donations to the YouTube Super Thanks button below. Don't forget to check our other platforms as well. Let's continue.
Who was the tax collector that became one of Jesus' disciples? Was it Thomas? Or Matthew? Or Judas? Or Philip? The answer is Matthew. Read about this in Matthew 9 verses 9 to 13, Mark 2 verses 13 until 17, and Luke 5 verses 27 until 32. Matthew, also known as Levi, was a tax collector before he followed Jesus. Which disciple doubted Jesus' resurrection until he saw him with his own eyes? Was it Philip? Or Thomas? Or Simon? Or James? That's an easy one. The answer is Thomas. He wasn't with the other disciples when Jesus first appeared to them after his resurrection. When the others told him about it, he refused to believe until he could see and touch Jesus' wounds himself. You can read about it in John 20 verses 24 until 29. Which two brothers were part of Jesus' disciples? Was it Peter and Andrew? Or James and John? Or maybe both pairs? Or none of the above? Both pairs are the correct answer. Peter and Andrew were brothers, as were James and John. You can read about them in Matthew 4 verses 18 to 22, Mark 1 verses 16 until 20, and Luke 5 verses 1 to 11. Who betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver? Was it Peter? Or Judas Iscariot? Or James? Or Thaddeus? That's right, the answer is Judas Iscariot. For more details, check out Matthew 26 verses 14 until 16, Mark 14 verses 10 until 11, and Luke 22 verses 3 until 6. Which disciple denied Jesus 3 times before the rooster crowed? Was it John? Or Peter? Or Thomas? Or James? The answer is clear. It's Peter. Before his arrest, Jesus predicted Peter's denial, which is recorded in Matthew 26 verses 31 until 35, Mark 14 verses 26 to 31, Luke 22 verses 31 to 34, and John 13 verses 36 to 38. Even though Peter insisted he would never deny Jesus, it happened just as Jesus said. You can read about it in Matthew 26 verses 69 until 75, Mark 14 verses 66 to 72, Luke 22 verses 54 until 62, and John 18 verses 15 to 18 and verses 25 to 27. Which disciple brought the boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish to Jesus? Was it Andrew, or Philip, or Bartholomew, or James? The answer is Andrew. Among the 4 Gospels that record Jesus feeding the 5,000, only the Gospel of John mentions Andrew by name as the disciple who brought the boy with the loaves and fish to Jesus. You can read about it in John 6 verses 8 to 9. Which disciple was a zealot? Was it Simon, or Thaddeus, or James, or Thomas? Write your answers in the comments below, and don't forget to share this quiz with your friends. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next quiz. Jesus bless.